Hey everybody, it's Anthony here. Welcome. It's Thursday morning, 9:07 a.m., September 18th, 2025. And today's morning madness update. I just wanted to post a quick video. We had a police shooting yesterday in Pennsylvania that was terrible. I think 3 officers killed, several more wounded. I don't know if that update changed, if that number changed. We're still reeling from the Charlie Kirk assassination. And if you look at my Instagram posts this morning, I have 2 posts up there. One from that depicts, shows Glenn Beck talking, and they're discussing in that video the process of eliminating or unaliving people, which has been going on for many years. And now they have just disguised it and cloaked it with other names like healthcare, etc. And you'll see that in that video. It's a few-minute video. That process is continuing and will continue. So what we see being developed and implemented by these companies that supposedly are working for the people's good and to make things better or to upgrade us or to give us wearables that can track us and track our, heart rate and stuff like that. It's one of the reasons why I don't wear wearables. I wear real stuff, because they'll go to the next phase where now it'll be on you, in you, implanted, etc. Then I posted a video depicting, or from Greg Reese's channel, talking about stable coins and financial type things, and how that's moving forward as well to get us to the next step in the new order agenda. Let's call it that. And I can remember when I was younger, and I'm 62 going on 63, we used to play outside hopscotch. You made this board on the sidewalk or on the street, and you numbered it, and then you put your feet on, and you went to the end, you turned around, and you went to the other, and you went to different. You put your feet in different boxes on the board, and I kind of see that as how we're moving forward today. Every single day, almost, or definitely every single week, there's a new jump on the hopscotch board. It takes us from this to that. And then we turn around and we come back, and then we're going this to that. We had the Charlie Kirk assassination, as I mentioned, and that has, I think, done or is doing its part, because it's keeping people divided. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. They have a patsy or a person of interest that they're charging now with the shooting. People don't believe it. They don't believe he could have did what he did in the amount of time that he had, and escaped and planted the thing in the woods. And this whole thing around that smells to high heaven. But people are constantly butting heads and arguing about it. This, that. No, that's designed. It's all part of the psyop to keep you infighting, or keep us infighting. That's why I pulled away from that. The first couple days, I was involved. I was interested in what the heck, how did this? And then I pulled away, because what it does is it sucks the life out of you, and it gets you away from studying what you should be doing, concentrating on what you should be concentrating on, and living your life. And people that are arguing back and forth are telling me, Anthony, you've got to be happy and live your life. And I said, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I do. Exactly why I sit in the morning and study and pray and make videos, to alert people to what's happening to them, to their minds. Because as they stay in this system and continually go from one thing to the next, this week, by the end of this week, I'm sure there'll be another event or events that take us to our attention off that, the Charlie Kirk assassination, and put it on whatever's next. World War III, another attack, shooting more gunboats down shooting more boats down in the Venezuelan waters, war on this, stable coins. They have a myriad of tricks up their sleeve or things they could pull to keep us moving from one event to the other and keep you off balance. It's all part of the diversion and the plan to get us to where they want, to get us to their end game. And they've put dates on it, 2030, etc., where they want certain things in place by certain dates. And those objectives are what they're working towards. So you have to keep that in mind when you're arguing back and forth about what's going on. It's orchestrated. It's planned. It's well thought out. It's well funded. And they have people on both sides, actors in many cases, playing roles, diverting your attention, sucking the life out of you. Their satanic agenda is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Sucking the life out of you, keeping you fearful, keeping you in a box, keeping you frozen, keeping you from thinking, keeping you away from your studies. And so I'll close this video this morning with this. I finally got the book in, The Destruction of Jerusalem by George Peter Halford. You see it there, Holford. Okay? It's about $10 on Amazon. And I'm reading it, and it's fascinating, even though it's only 80 pages. I'm going to be doing some readings out of this book today to show you and to prove that in the time of that generation, when Messiah, Jesus, talked about to his disciples, depicted in Matthew chapter 24, Luke chapter 21, Mark chapter 13. It's known as the Olivet Discourse. When he went on the Mount of Olives, he told his disciples and others things that would take place that they would see in their generation. And he made predictions in those, or prophecies in those writings in Matthew 24, Luke 21, Mark 13. It's all the same account, just written by 3 different gospel writers. And what he said can be corroborated to have been taken place then, in those years, in those generations, leading up to the Jewish war and the siege of Jerusalem by the Romans. And the things that took place that Messiah predicted and said would take place actually happened. And writers like Josephus and Tacitus and others wrote in their writings these cataclysmic events that took place, that Messiah mentioned and told his disciples ahead of time what would happen. And so I'm going to be doing some readings from this book on exactly what Messiah said in Matthew 24, Luke 21, etc. And then the writings of Josephus and Tacitus, where they logged what happened and what was seen in the skies: famines, death, diseases, pestilences, wars, rumors of wars. All those things Messiah talked about actually happened before he came back in and around 70 AD, like he said he would. And my videos talking about the timelines being off, this is a continuation of it. This is a continuation of my studies on this, on how accurate and how real this all is, and how many of us and many people today are lost because they're looking forward. Next week, it's the 23rd, in 5 days. People are looking for a rapture where the church is going to be taken out before this tribulation period starts, this 7-year tribulation period. Well, the 7-year tribulation period happened back then, starting in the 60s AD and moving into the 70s AD. It was a period of tribulation like none other that will ever happen again in the world. And it can be corroborated, and it was witnessed, and we have evidence of it. So what are we waiting for today? We're just further along down the timeline. We're in Satan's little season. He controls this world for now. He's deceiving people, nations, individuals, to come into his camp, to side with those in government and those of this new order of the ages that they want to bring in, because they're siding with him for his final battle against Jesus, Yahusha. And we're waiting for is the final judgment, the final battle, the New Jerusalem coming down. So the timeline, we're just further along on the timeline. And that's what I want to bring out in the readings I'm going to do today, to start doing today. But understand, the events we're seeing around the world are being orchestrated and happening not so much organically where, oh, this just happens and this country's invading that country and we've got to send warships here and we've got to do this. And so just got assassinated. And why did they kill him? Because he was a Christian? Because he was not supporting Israel anymore? There's all different theories being postulated on this. And it's for a reason. Will we ever know who killed him? Probably not. If you go back in history, look at all our world wars. World War I, World War II. They were conspiracy theory. They were planned. And when you go back and you tell people, well, how did we get involved in World War II? The Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. Well, how'd that happen? We knew about it. We left the ships in the harbor in Hawaii. We knew it was going to happen because we wanted to get involved in the war. World War I, same thing. There's a story saying, Archduke was killed. There was other things behind it that got us involved. Vietnam. Our recent wars in the Middle East, same things. Things got us involved. Weapons of mass destruction. Saddam Hussein, we got to go get him. So-and-so bombed the World Trade Center. We got to go get him. 20 years later, still fighting. These things have been orchestrating. What did we have at the outcome of that? The Patriot Act, more strict rules on Americans, more tracking and tracing. Now today, move fast forward. We are going to have to show in digital form a real ID. This is who I am. I'm Anthony. I'm not bad. I'm good. I'm going out of my neighborhood for an hour. Can I go? Yes, you could go. Show us your papers. The Supreme Court just ruled on it and said that ICE could stop anyone on the street and ask for their papers. Violating what? Fourth Amendment rights? The Supreme Court wrote a paper on it just recently, this week, stating that ICE could do whatever it wants, basically, while they got their faces covered up. All in the name of getting illegals out of the country that were brought in by our leaders. Can't you see the hopscotch game we're in? It's hopscotch. Boop, beep, bop, boop. Turn around, beep, bop, boop, boop. And everybody's fighting with each other and civil unrest. And everybody wants to just see Jimmy Kimmel get fired or this one get fired. Did you hear so-and-so, what they said about Charlie Kirk? They said he deserved it. And it's crazy. It'll drive you nuts. It's orchestrated. It's a psychological operation. It's meant to wear your brain down. Stick your nose in Scripture. Understand what has already taken place. Understand that your redemption draws near if you're a believer. And don't fall for the system that's meant to suck the life out of you. Rely on the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh that's in you. And I'll close here. Messiah said, the Spirit of truth. He will lead you and me into all truth. All truth. That means he'll tell you if you're sensitive to him and understanding what he could do for you. He'll tell you what's going on. He'll give you a heads up. He'll give you discernment to discern the times that we're in. Yah bless everybody. Anthony signing off.